Bear with me, this is going to be a long one. The question is, I've got a big competition coming up in 10 weeks. It's Euros. It's one of the biggest international powerlifting competitions in the world, and I'm stressed about it. How do I manage my stress? The reason this is going to be long is that you can't just magically make stress go away, but there are a few things that you can do to help. So, first of all, I'm going to introduce you to a concept called allostatic load. And allostatic load is the idea that your stress is additive. So, if we consider all of the aspects of our life, many of them will introduce some amount of stress. And you can't just pretend that the other elements don't contribute anything. So, powerlifting, for example, is introducing physical stress. And in this case, it sounds like it may also be contributing sort of mental and emotional stress as well. However, if you're also experiencing work stress and financial stress, and maybe family or relationship or environmental stress or social stress or spiritual stress, all of those things contribute to a very high allostatic load. So, depending on those things, some of them may be fully under your control to get rid of. For example, you could quit your job. That may not be a realistic option, though. Some of them may be partially under your control. So, for example, you could hire somebody to help you with something that you find stressful. For example, you could hire a cleaner so you don't need to worry about cleaning your house anymore. And some of them may be fully not under your control. If there's something happening to your family, that you cannot make that just go away just by wanting it to go away or by doing something. So, first of all, control what you can control, do what you can do about the things that you partially control, and you're going to have to accept the things that you can't control. The next thing is that you can learn to manage some of that stress better. And so, some of the things that can help with that are finding ways to unwind that are within your control. So, depending on what you find relaxing, that could include things like reading, gaming, sitting in the bathtub, going for a walk with your dog, or going for a walk with your partner, and so on and so forth. Earlier, I started mentioning a couple of categories, right? I said spiritual and social and emotional and mental. Those are the same categories that we can find ways to recover. So, for example, if you are finding some social stress, maybe your friends are sort of having a falling out and that's putting some stress on you, there may be other ways that you can find social support. Maybe not from those friends, but from somewhere else. If you are experiencing spiritual stress, you might be able to find some relief for that through meditation or attending sermons at a church or whatever your preferred faith is, or anything like that as well. Finally, the way that you talk to yourself can really matter. So, telling yourself, hey, I'm stressed and focusing on the stress is probably not a good thing to do. But pretending that it's not happening is not a good thing to do either. So, one of the ways that you can approach this instead is by telling yourself that, yes, it is stressful. However, you're strong and you're resilient, and that you are going to be able to get through this. And you've done hard things before, and you can do hard things again in the future. And so, that kind of approach can help you manage it a little bit better as well. Anyway, this has been a little bit of a long yap. I hope that helps at least a little bit. Good luck for Euros.